Hi, I'm Not Yet Dead, and welcome back to No Man's Land. So, unfortunately, it's raining, which is unfortunate for two reasons. One, I need to get all that straw up. It's only just started, so I'm going to quickly do that next. Hopefully it'll be alright. Unfortunately, the really big tractor's not here. I left it stupidly down where I was cutting that grass, which I was hoping would dry to hay, but of course it's not going to dry. It's now going to go to wet grass, which means I need to ted it and then leave it to dry. It was only supposed to rain later in the day, so I cut it late last evening in the hopes that 24 hours would be enough for it to dry to hay and I'd have time to bale it up before it started raining. And then it decided to rain in the morning. But I'll say it's only just started, so I'm going to go see if I can very quickly get that straw baled up, and then that's done. But you know what, we can leave this here. That was the last lot of silage. I will double check, but I'm pretty sure that the old silo is now empty, which means that we can sell it. Tractors. Hopefully this one will be powerful enough. I managed to get another big tractor. Hopefully it'll be powerful enough to pull the baler. But we'll see. But yeah, so as you can see, the silage clamp is covered. It's all compacted. It wasn't very neat in the end. I struggled a bit here and there, but it's done. Well over 1 million litres. Oh, hang on, I've got the class as well. Actually, the class is a better bet. Let's use the class. I'll leave this here with this trailer. Mind you, stupidly enough, we'll actually need it for the for fertilising in a bit, but never mind. We'll see how we do. I'd forgotten I had the class because, of course, I was using it to help compact and unstick the truck when it got stuck. Yeah, it was good. But yes, it was a bit faffy actually as it got towards the end. But I mean, the first 800,000 litres or so were pretty easy going, pretty quick. So can't complain too much really. I did check. None of the other crops are ready just yet, but I'm assuming it'll be probably tomorrow. Today's the last day of summer. Autumn starts tomorrow. Oh, got stuck. Parked it too close to the edge of the shed. Oh, I really did. What on earth is going on? How did I manage to get it so close that I now can't get it off again? Okay, that's better. It's just getting stuck on that beam at the edge there. But yeah, so need to get this straw baled up and quick, smart. Other little jobs to do. I've already got rid of the two scary trees while I had the tree shredder. So they're gone, which means that it is now time to plough these two fields together, and then we'll need to do the soil sampling and liming, though I'd rather do that when it's not raining, and all that jazz. So yeah, basically get these two fields ready. I think I've now sampled this field with the poplars in, but I haven't done anything with it yet, so that needs lime, I dare say, and all that kind of stuff. So we'll look at stuff like that in a bit, and we'll see, is it going to work actually, or will it not pick up wet straw? Oh, there's a snag. It won't pick up wet straw. Oh no, I haven't put the pickup down. I thought I'd already done that. Bizarre. Okay. Magically, this is going to make all of my straw into hay, which is a pretty clever trick, really, when you think about it. Even this is struggling on the hills. Yeah, so we'll get this done as quick as we can. Then we'll get the truck and get them picked up. And then we'll go put them in the bale shredder. Our new silo has a bale shredder, which is pretty handy. So baling is now a bit redundant, but it's better and quicker for large quantities than using a loading wagon, because of course loading wagons, they fill pretty quick. So you'd be forever running backwards and forwards, where of course this is actually the most efficient way to do it in place. We'll do it this way. So yeah, one hay bale. Luckily, of course, the silo is also sensible enough that it'll detect the odd hay bale and separate it out when it puts it away. It's pretty nifty. Modern technology, you know. So that's all fine. Yeah, I really wasn't sure if it was going to let me do this, and it's not ideal, but I suppose because it's going to be shredded and put into the silo, it'll dry it while it does it, so otherwise I couldn't really get away with it. It's amazing hay in season is it's actually darker than straw colour, which is pretty cool. It's good, it's ever so slightly green, slightly paler. But yeah, so yeah, this is all about pretty much really the only thing is about getting these fields ready, getting these two ploughed together. I've no other crops to harvest at this point. I haven't checked for weeds for a couple of days, but I'm assuming by now we'll be all right. But you know about assumptions, so I'll check in a minute. Yeah, it's all about liming and fertilisation, getting these fields ready, doing the soil sampling, etc. But I think it'll probably end up being the focus of this video will probably be getting these bales done, getting them up, getting them shredded in the silo. I say hay's now looking a little bit, well, hazy, given the rain. Let's just have a quick look at the weather forecast actually. Oh yeah, so it's raining now, which isn't even showing it's raining now, and then it's going to rain again for the rest of the afternoon. Tomorrow is dry, so if I ted it quick enough, hopefully that'll turn it from wet grass back into dry grass, and then with a bit of luck through the power of the wind and stuff, it will then dry across the nice sunny day that we have tomorrow. But of course, you know, autumn's coming, it's nearly harvest time. Naturally we're going to start getting an awful lot of rain. We're not getting a lot off here, which is not that surprising. Let's face it, it's quite a small field, and these are 6,000 litre bales, yeah, that's kind of to be expected. I undernard about windrowing it, but given the size of windrow I had, that seemed a little excessive, just a little bit. Key is to get it done as quick as we can, get it up. I may not even worry about all of it, just try and do as much as we can as quickly as we can. So if I miss a little bit here and there, I'm not sure I'll make too much of a fuss about it. More important that we get the bales shredded and in the dry silo quick. And it's forecast, I wonder how accurate that forecast is, because it is forecast to dry up again within the next 6 hours, but when I look at the forecast it says it's going to be raining again in the next 6 hours, so it's a bit weird really. Wow, typical British weather forecast, you know. So we're not in Britain, but there you go. We're supposed to be somewhere, is it between France and Spain or somewhere? Italy? Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, we're in no man's land, it can be anywhere, it's fine. Right, I'll finish this off, you don't want to see me doing these dregs, and then we'll go get the truck and pick them all up. Right, all bailed up, got the truck ready, of course had to move the trailer out the way of the silo. Let's get the bales picked up. So a couple of things to mention. I went around and fed all the animals last night, so they should be all good, at least till, I don't know, end of the day, first thing tomorrow morning, something like that. I also talked to the greenhouses because they were feeling neglected, but they're all right now. I sold the JCB telehandler. I think it's time we got something a bit bigger. I was using it for, what was I using it for? Oh, to tidy up the stuff in the bunker silo. Yeah, it was struggling a bit with the full bucket, and I think I'm going to need a bigger bucket, not a smaller one. And I couldn't even, I tidied it all up so it was not nicely on that concrete pad, and some of it's still not quite in. The other side's fine, but okay, so that didn't work. That's better. But yeah, no, I couldn't get that up again, so I'm not sure what will happen to that, but it's fine. There you go, all shredded, lovely. Right, first little job done. Something going really weird with the driving today. I don't know if it's this truck or Now and again it seems to actually, no, next to the tractor a minute ago, it seems to be not quite going exactly where I wanted it to go. Right, I suppose the next thing... well, actually, the next thing to do will be to have a look and see what does need doing to that field. I think it'll need lime, so we can have a look. We'll have a little walk of the field, and then we will need to do the soil sampling on the next two fields. But to be honest, there's very little point. Well, I suppose it doesn't make a lot of difference whether I do it now before I plough them together or afterwards. But I just think it's wet. I may as well plough, really. There we go. We're doing for eggsy. Still just got one box. Hello, chickens. I'm actually not that sure where I'm taking this. Why am I driving this? I quickly pull the baler in there just to keep it out of the rain. This will be alright here. I'm not sure what to do with this space. It's there's collisions on the shed, so I can't put the shed that I had to remove to get that in. I can't put back. Unfortunately, I was hoping it might, but no. Right, let's have a look. Nitrogen bad. pH value good. Alright, good but not perfect. So it does need a little bit of lime. Nitrogen pretty low, pretty much all over. Could probably coat. Could probably coat with another layer of slurry or something, to be honest. Now, does this one tell us? Yes and no. I don't think that's accurate on current. No. Okay. So yeah, we need a plough to very quickly plough these together. So I'll nip down the store and we'll sort that out. So it's been really dense. I don't need a plough at all. I've already got one. So let's just get this. I'd forgotten about this, and it's perfect because it's only a little space. It's not like we need masses and masses of ploughing done. So I just put that under there. Get in. I can bolt it on. There we go. Right, then hopefully just got then enough manoeuvring room to get out. Might be a bit of jiggery pokery. Can't see. Yep, all right. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Probably want to put that somewhere else, really. I'm thinking of another shed we're going to put in, which actually will help with all these little implements. Though I'm not sure, to be honest, how long I'm going to keep this. I mean, it's great, but I suppose actually for ploughing these fields together, it's fine. But it's getting to the point where I love the fact that there's a windscreen wiper on the roof, but that you can't fold that down, right? Oh, you can fold it down. Oh, that's a relief. That'll keep us a bit drier. It's funny, I didn't think you could. Yeah, so maybe once I've ploughed these fields together a bit, that's what we'll do. I don't know really. Could actually reshape this field, I suppose. But let's anyway, what I want to do is bring this more in keeping with the shape of this field. So if I put create fields on, that's L1 and triangle, and then we try and match. And actually, oh, you know what, I didn't check. Does the whole field need? No, okay, good. We did have some weeds in this field for some reason. I'm not sure why, unless they've come up since oh, we have got, nah, that might have been there before. So no, I don't, I think those a bit I just couldn't get rid of. So no, we're all right for weeds. Anyway, that answers that question. So yeah, let's just try and bring this out a wee bit. And actually I might reshape the field a little just to keep it more in line, or remove that bit of field just there, just to bring it in line. What I'm thinking of doing is putting hedges around some of these fields, which means I'll need to bring the fields in a little bit. But that's not too bad, is it, really? It looks quite funny. It's funny, I never realised you could fold that down. I don't know why. Maybe I did and I just didn't bother. But it now looks really weird to see it with that folded down. Bring this in a little bit, square it all off. ultimately this field will change shape anyway, so I'm not too worried about lining it up all nice and pretty for now, but it's good just to square that off just a little bit, and then we can do this bit as well in this corner. As I say, I may narrow, bring it in a little bit, or widen the verge at least. I might put hedges in along some of these. It's not an urgent thing, probably won't worry about it this year, but it is one thing I've been thinking about. Nothing wrong with open fields, but I just want perhaps a slightly more British feel, I suppose is probably the way to put it. And I'm sure there's other countries around the world that usually have hedges around their fields, but I'm aware that there are those that don't. A lot of Eastern Europe for a start, but we're not in Eastern Europe, so. Oh yeah, the thing I did yesterday, which is raise down money a little bit. I sold all the silage that was down at the biogas plant. Actually didn't get as much for it as I thought, but it's fine, it doesn't matter. It was just bonus money really. Originally I wasn't going to sell it at all, but given that we've now got 1 million litres fermenting, I think we'll be okay. So let's now just do this bit. Make sure we've got plenty of overlap. It's not pretty, but it's working. I mean, yeah, I could have got a bigger plough, something that could have done this all in one go, but you know what? I'll use this for as long as we've got it. Say I'm umming and ahhing as to its usefulness, to be fair, but as we've got it here, we'll use it a little bit more, because it was ideal for doing this. Especially now I figured out I can lower the front and not have to sit getting wet, peering through the driving rain. Which took that a little bit far. But that's actually okay, because what we could do with doing anyway is squaring this off too, because actually it's not particularly neat. That's better. Again, I'll get a nice overlap, and then we go down the other side and then fill in the middle, and we should be all right. Looks like it's just going to be a bit of a wet episode. It doesn't look like it's going to stop raining this side, and I mean, you could watch me, oh, near out of fuel. You could watch me oh no, I haven't got any, I don't think. Have I got any in this fuel? No. Yeah, you could watch me you could watch me sample the whole field, but you've seen me do that before. Actually, I think this is going to be a couple of strips, not just one. That should be good in-cab view. Just about see the working width of the thing. Making sure that we're not missing any. Yep, 2 more passes. Well, this and 1 more should be alright. And 2 has become 1, as they say. Oopsie, that was messy. I suppose maybe I've got a decision to make. Because actually, is it worth me refueling this if I'm thinking of getting rid of it? Answer, probably not really. I have a seeder at the moment, so I suppose there's a question whether I need a cultivator on it, but honestly, am I going to do this whole field with this? It would I mean, I could just hire a worker. It would take a real long time. And I've got quite a lot of other tractors, so maybe I don't need this anymore, which is sad, because it's fun. But I do have a feeling I'll use it somewhere else, so it won't be lost completely from the channel, just from no man's land. There we go. Ploughed together. Let's have a look. Yep, perfect. Actually, that is reasonably square. That's not too bad at all. Cool. Switch off the create fields just for security. Take this back to the shed. Right, I'll get the soil sampling done and I'll catch up with you in a little bit and we'll see what the weather's doing. Right, so we're nearly done the soil sampling. Actually didn't take long at all. Now I'm going to wonder about, yeah, no, this is the only way to do it, isn't it? It's always about trying to do it in as fewer circles as possible. Fewer samples cost money. But hey, I think we can spare it. But yeah, so yeah, nearly done. Rain stopped. Crop's still wet, but I'm going to do the edge of that field as well, but it doesn't matter. But yeah, so but at least now it's stopped raining. We can get the lime on here, and we'll get either digestate or manure. I might do some digestate actually. We should have some of the biogas plant. So as it dries out a little bit more, I'll go up to the biogas plant and oh, that's annoying, isn't it? It's not quite gonna get the circle overlaid on the space that's left. I mean, you don't have to cover every tiny little bit of the field, but I do like to. But yeah, so I'll get the tanker out. I think it's full of water, so I might empty it. But I'll take that down to the biogas plant. Actually, you know what? We can do it just about. We'll miss a tiny little corner, but I think we can live with it. Yeah, I'll get that biogas plant, get the digestate, put it in the silo. There we go. Oh, the wrong one. There we go. Send that off. Get that folded away. Whoa, that was quick. Yeah, sorry, anyway, distracted. Yeah, so I'll go get the digestate. We'll get some sort of slurry spreader, because I haven't used slurry spreader for a while on here, so I'll source something down at the store, bring it back up, and then we can use that on all of these fields. I suppose I could even think about whether or not I want to take some of this silage here down to the biogas plant as well. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to leave this up here because soon there'll be somewhere else to put it. I suppose I could just put it in here. Oh, actually, no, there's space in the shed. I'm going to say, because I can always use the grain shed temporarily to store vehicles, given we've no grain at the moment. We will use it for grain. I think it'd be an interesting thing to do for a change. I'll move right to the back. There we go. There we go. Well, that'll do for today. Oh, for this video, it's 10:20 in the morning. So yeah, say next time I'll sort out the digestate, get a spreader. We'll spread some digestate. We'll put some lime down. Not necessarily in that order, on the two fields, and then we'll see what else needs doing. Actually, what we could do. Yeah, so I just thought I'd better come and check out the status of the grass. Now I remembered why it is that I've ended up with leaving the tractor down here, because I had the tractor, the mower over there, and the and the forage harvester, and of course I'll take the forage harvester back to the store, which is where the truck was yesterday. Anyway, so the grass looks like we got away with it. That looks like dry grass to me. So so we shouldn't need to TED. So depending on the weather forecast, we are still forecast more rain. In fact, the forecast has changed because we weren't forecast more rain until the afternoon. Now we are forecast more rain. If we get loads more rain, there's no way that's going to stay as dry grass. In fact, we'll probably end up losing the lot, which also means that until, I mean, there's quite a big cloud about. Which also means that until there's more clarity about the status of the weather, I left the mower, the Big M, over there, in case we cut some more. But I'm not going to cut any more until I know what the weather's doing. I suppose we could do silage bales. Actually, we could do silage bales, and you know what? If it's raining, that's about all we can do. So, so apart from if I can get, I'll use this dry window now then to get lime down, and then we'll sort out the digestate later. So, oh well. Anyway, we're at the end of this episode. I was just thinking maybe I should do the lime now. Then it's done. According to that, 6 hours before it's going to start raining again. You know what? It's fine. I'll move a little bit of digestate, or at least get a digestate spreader and fill it, and then we'll do the lime and the digestate in the next episode. And then we'll see what else we're going to do. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Likes and subscriptions are very much appreciated. I've read recently that I should say that at the beginning, not at the end. So I'll start trying to remember to do that. It's just habit, do it at the end. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Please, share it, put it on whatever, wherever, spread the word, do the thing. I was very pleased when I first started putting these out that within the first week I was getting loads of views, and then they tailed off again, which is a little bit disappointing. But yeah, so it'd be great to get more views, so I would really appreciate that. Share it and spread it around, spread the word and all that. And otherwise, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.